Hey guys, it's the ABC crew here at Talk Football Live again, and we're back to look at the round of 16 draw that was released for the Champions League this week. I have my people here with me, Biodun and Charles.
What's up, guys? Good to be
Yeah,
back. Good to be back. We missed the A. We missed the A the last time.
I know,
So
right?
welcome back.
I'm here. I'm here. That was a good episode. For those of you that didn't see it, if you didn't catch the preview of the Liverpool Man U game, that is an episode that you guys don't want to miss. Check the
Definitely.
link here above. We'll put it up for you guys to check it out. All right.
And also watch out for the follow up. It's coming.
Yeah, because the Liverpool guy made so much noise, and anyway, they're not even here in Champions League, so we'll leave that. We'll leave that
I know,
conversation.
right?
Okay.
Awesome.
So first up, we have us Gunners facing off against Porto.
Yeah.
Deodun, are you
Yes, sir.
confident?
Yes, sir.
Are you confident? Because
Oh
every
man.
time we're playing somebody, you're always like, hopefully. So is this another fixture where you're hopeful, or are you confident this time around?
I don't know why you're trying to drag me today, man. And if you should drag your fellow Arsenal man, not in front of a Chelsea fan, play.
Oh,
Right.
please.
We can do this one. We can do this one privately, not in front of this Charles guy.
Answer the question, Joe. Are
Yeah,
you
man.
confident or not?
Charles, calm. You're not even in the league. That you have an idea of this round of 16. You know what this is about?
I've won it twice. When you win it once, we can talk.
I'm talking about the current situation. I've been
All this
playing.
on
Okay.
your
I've been
day.
playing. I've been
Oh,
playing
these
this
people that
league
like
before your
to.
club. I've been playing this league before your club ever started playing
And you have not won it.
and learned. We
It's
didn't
not
want to
about who has
win.
played the most, it's about who has won
We
it.
didn't
You
want
have
to
never
win.
won it.
We didn't
You
want to
don't want to
win.
win it. Ah,
We
that's your
didn't.
excuse now?
Now we didn't. We
You
didn't. We
know,
didn't feel
Charles,
like.
let me give you an analogy, right? There's every now and then you have some people that go from grass to grace.
Yep.
And then there are some people that are just royalty, because you're always referred to as a king and queen. You are always at the table, where the best are. And so
Mm-hmm.
you don't feel this need to, always sing and brag about accomplishments of something that you did one time or two times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, so
So
many excuses.
you understand? Okay.
Yeah.
Back to the Porto Arsenal draw, beautiful.
Fabio, thank
Yes,
you.
yes, yes. I first it's great to be back and it's great to make it to round of 16. You know what's funny? The days of Wenger, Wenger's focus has always been to prioritize, I believe, other things above Champions League. So we'll try to qualify, but never try to like top the group. I'm
Mm,
glad that Arteta is taking it differently. It says it differently. It's looking at the overall picture. This thing is strategic, and you have to plan strategically.
yeah.
So I'm glad we came top, and we have the opposition we have. I'll say one thing though, caution. Anyone that made it to round of 16 is good enough to win this competition. So there
That's
is no
true.
pushover, right? However, we understand that some fixtures are easier than the others, right? So in this case, I think this is a good and okay fixture for Arsenal. And I think if we play our efficient style, you know, dominating game, possessive game, perfect our passes, I think this is a sure one for us. I would not lose sleep over this fixture.
So that means
First leg,
you're
the
confident?
worst. I am always confident, Charles.
Mm,
Charles is confident, though. He's not hopeful this time.
okay. Okay, I like it. I like it.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
No problem. Let me say one thing real quick. Based on the meme we're looking at attached to Arsenal Porto, seems like you should be overconfident. You should be excited because that guy is really excited. He's like, oh, Porto, excitement.
But did you but
I
did you
think,
see the look on it? Did you see the look on the guy for Porto?
yeah, challenge accepted. It makes sense. I understand, but focus on Arsenal. That guy is excited. I think Dodo should be excited. What I'm trying to say is this: among everybody you could have gotten, Porto is okay. They are former champions, we know that. But I think you should be more confident that you are sound. That's what I'm trying to say.
Because I'm not jumping over the roof, I'm not, doing whatever. That doesn't tell you that I'm not confident. I'm not excited, right? Maybe I'm just calm as an Arsenal player that is not worried about the future of Chelsea. So
Yeah, it's Chelsea
Honestly,
going to Champions League. I think you should leave us
of any
calm.
of any of the clubs that we could have gotten in this round, I think Porto might have been my pick. Because as Bieru said, honestly, all the clubs in this round are dangerous. They all have their strengths. I mean,
exactly. I mean, we
even
all
this
watch.
Copenhagen that is facing Man City. They
Thank
play
you.
chaos football.
Thank
Like
you.
if City is looking vulnerable these days, if they are not careful, they might lose. I mean, maybe not over 2 legs, but they might lose one of those ties.
PSV is a good side. Don't be surprised if PSV knocks out Dortmund. What about that? What about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think PSV Dortmund is one of those. Actually, with all due respect, don't get offended, Bjorn. Don't get offended. I think PSG Dortmund is almost as unpredictable as Arsenal Porto. Now, I was saying you should be confident, fair enough, but I think Porto, maybe because hold on now. Porto just maybe because they're former champions and also because they are champions of Portugal, they've been there, done that. I think Arsenal, you should be confident, but also take them very seriously. Just the same advice. If I was talking to a Borussia Dortmund fan, I would say PSV is not a walkover. So that's how I feel about PSG and Borussia, Arsenal, Porto. Man City, on the other hand, honestly, Man City Copenhagen. Let's now things happen in football that can be off. But Man City Copenhagen is the easiest fixture on this list. That's the fixture where Man City has to be careful. They're conceding goals, but if you have to bet on it, you won't bet on Copenhagen. So that's one feature we don't even need to talk about, in my opinion. Go ahead, you're saying something.
I was confused there for a minute because you said Porto Arsenal was unpredictable. I just wanted to make sure, like Porto, right, against Arsenal. Did I hear that correctly?
I'm saying anything can happen.
You said
I'm
unpredictable.
saying, hold on. What I'm saying is Porto Arsenal, PSV, Borussia Dortmund, which is what's his name mentioned, the other mentioned. PSV, Borussia Dortmund, Porto Arsenal, anything can happen in those games. But I wouldn't say the same thing for Copenhagen, Man City. Man City, they are probably 99% probably going to beat Copenhagen. So you see my comparison?
No, I don't actually.
Okay, what I'm saying in layman's terms, Man City, Copenhagen is a walkover for Man City. Porto is not a walkover for Arsenal. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, everybody's entitled to their perspective, so
Of course.
I'll take your perspective. I don't know if you saw this Copenhagen team in the group stages though. Did you see what they did to Man
U? The Man U that is playing right now is not serious. It's expected.
Or even to Galatasaray.
Okay, so I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Let me start with the statement on paper.
I'm misunderstanding.
On paper. Remember when we say on paper, you know what we mean.
Okay, on paper.
On paper, Copenhagen is a walkover for Man City. Now I'm not saying they can't beat Man City. I'm not saying but I'm saying on paper they're a walkover for Man City compared to Porto Arsenal, Borussia Dortmund, PSV. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Keep going.
I mean, that's all. There's not much to say on those three.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I hear you what you're saying, Charles. But you and I know that these games, the outcomes of the games, are not decided by what you have on paper. And the recent example for every one of us should be the Man U Liverpool game. A few days ago, we had Ola Tolu, Liverpool. I said we'll give them 4-0. You know, maybe Salah will score 2. And then we were so confident, right? And
Yeah,
Tolu
it
was
was
like,
like 4-1. Like, how would they even
depleted.
score? They can't score.
How would they even score? You know what's funny? The best chances of the game came from Man U. And I was so pained. I was so pained that Man U did not convert those chances. Because that would have been a shocker and they should have learned. And I wonder what Van Dijk would have said. Because you know what? I mean, I respect him, I love him a lot, but I think what he said was a bit arrogant. Some people might disagree it wasn't arrogant. But I think it was. Because it wasn't that he sat back. They play their style, and that was not the first time Man U would sit back and play on counter. That's what they play. So you can't tell me that you are not used to that. So you blaming them for way before. I think it's wrong. That was a depleted side. Are they stupid? Would they come here and allow you to trump them 7-0 again? They are not stupid, for Christ's sake. You are sure of your game, then attack and break down defenses. If you are sure of your attack, I mean, you have all the attackers in the world. Why not break them down? And this is the same thing that attacked you and almost scored, if not for Alisson, and if not for the guys that couldn't shoot.
Yeah.
I don't know what was.
Let me say something though. Real quick.
Martinelli. I don't think Arnold would have caught up with Martinelli. Go ahead.
So the Liverpool Man U combo we had before that game is don't put that on the same level as what I'm saying about Copenhagen Man City. Because if Copenhagen ends up visiting Man City, don't say Charles said blah blah blah. But it's not the same thing. That's why I keep bringing back the phrase on paper. You understand? Ola Liverpool was too confident. Except 4-0, except 4-1, he said a lot of things. I'm not even bragging, not bragging for Man City in any way. All I'm saying is, with all the fixtures, the 8 fixtures we have in this competition on round of 16, the easiest to predict, in my opinion, is Man City Copenhagen on paper.
Okay.
Yes, easy to predict. I agree with you, but I'm just going to put a caution out there for people that this is the same Champions League that we all have seen wonders. When Porto won, nobody expected Porto to win. Nobody knows what's going to happen. It's the same Man City that has been surprising everybody every week. You don't know what was going to happen to them with the game Copenhagen. Not that I'm predicting anything. I don't think it would happen. The chances of that happening is very slim. So I agree with you. On paper, yes, it looks like a walkover, a very easy fixture. But nobody knows. Remember that this game is what? 2-legged games. First leg and second leg. Result happens. And I tell you things that change games sometimes. Imagine Man City coming into the game and get 2 red cards.
Yeah, that can happen. So
things happen. It's still February. Between now and February, a lot can happen. Key players can get injured. Players can miss this. I was telling somebody about FC Porto. I don't want to hatch my eggs before. Count my chicks before they get hatched, right? So we have players that are out. We're hoping that they will return by January. So we hope that Arsenal will have a full squad. Nobody predicted Timber was going to be out, right? So let's say you miss Declan Rice, right? You miss Declan Rice, and Bukayo Saka is out, and Saliba is out, and you're playing Porto. What happens? You don't have to dig into your bench.
Let's not try that. I think one thing I'm feeling better about is our score this season. But let's take a look at one other interesting fixture. I think for me the most exciting fixture of this round, and I don't know if you guys disagree, is the Inter Milan Atletico Madrid game. Speaking of red cards, I think maybe that might be a fixture where we are guaranteed at least 1 red card.
Of course.
How many red cards are we expected to see?
So are you predicting who's going to win that?
Ayo, why don't you walk us through the Atletico? Why don't you walk us through the Atletico Inter Milan? How do you see this game planning out? And I think the first leg is in Inter Milan. So let's walk this through. And of course, you know the coaches, right? Atletico Madrid, very tactical. He plays to win. He doesn't play to entertain. He doesn't play to satisfy you guys. As a matter of fact, it was a month ago that I criticized the EPL. And he said, that was after the 4-4 game between Chelsea and Man City. He said, can you just imagine what kind of a league is that? They're not defensive. See how many goals they let in. Rodri actually replied because Rodri came from that club. I said, no, it's not that way. So this, I don't see those fixtures as high scoring fixture. I'm just going to say that one because of the nature of the manager and the nature of these two teams. So I think it's going to be boring. I'm just going to tell people right there. It's going to be boring, but it's going to be
It will be very tactical.
a game to watch. Antics, not even antics from Atletico. Defensive, negative football, then falling down and forcing somebody to take a card. It's just going to be messy. It's really going to be messy. I just see that. Why you walk us through? What do you expect? What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I haven't watched Atletico much this season, but going by Simeone's history, and you're right. Who is it? Joao Felix, right, had that whole comment that he made earlier this season saying he doesn't even think that the the players themselves at Atletico enjoy the football. That it's so defensive that which player in this world wants to defend and just defend all the time? That players want to play with the ball and they want to attack. And I think Inter generally like to play with the ball. They are very combative as well, but I think Inter like to use the ball. They have one of the strongest midfields in the world. It's no coincidence that they made it to the final last year in the Champions League.
Yes.
And if I were to pick, I would say Inter is probably the stronger side this season, especially because I don't think Atletico is as strong as they've historically been. But nonetheless, Diego Simeone is very tactical. He will set up his team to battle, and Inter is not going to have an easy ride in this one for sure.
I agree with you, Charles. What do you think? What should we expect?
Yeah, I don't want to use the word unpredictable again, but I'll go for Inter on this because I think they are more technically sound up front, in my opinion, and based on what happened last season, they were in the final. They have the most recent experience in pushing through in knockout stages when it comes to Champions League. So I think they can deliver. Now, as Ayo said, Diego Simeone, we don't know what he's going to bring. He may throw out his regular quote-unquote negative football, defensive tactic, and get the results. And if he gets the result in the first leg, then he may push for the second leg and get a result in the second leg. So it's kind of very tricky. But if I were to, my money is on Inter getting a result in this qualifier. And I don't really like the meme option. They are equal. I don't really. Go ahead.
No. I think. I mean, I'll probably put my money on Inter as well, but I've seen Atletico. I still remember during the days of Wenger how they knocked us out of the UEFA Cup in the semi-finals, right? Playing that same bipolar football. I expect them to do the same. So it's a fixture that I like to see. I don't think it's going to be too entertaining, just cautioning people, but at least you're going to see some European style of, hey, what is our goal? Our goal is to win Champions League, right? We don't care how we win, but we're going to win. I'm just going to share something that Jonathan said, I think was offline on the group chat. I don't know if you guys saw that. He said something. He said one thing that is interesting about Champions League is the fact that it's Champions League, meaning both teams, except Atletico Madrid, they don't play defensive. So you expect teams to come out and play to win because it's Champions League. It's not a league game whereby people are trying to amass points to see if they make top four or they win the league or they avoid relegation. So in this case, it's going to be good for teams like Arsenal. It's going to be good for teams like Barcelona, Man City, teams that they like to dominate and play you because you are not playing with a team that is going to sit back and defend and be playing, negative football, except Atletico Madrid. So, if that is true, that's the attacking team, teams that know how to dominate, teams that know how to hold the ball, to use the ball well, to have an upper chance in this round of 16 and maybe proceeding to the final. And of course, Real Madrid is not left out because they have players that are confident that they know how to carry the ball, use the ball very well. So if I should be making prediction on that, I could easily count out the four that I think should make it to the semifinals, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'll let Charles come back with me with the receipts. So let me just keep it right there. But we're looking forward to what Atletico Madrid would do to Inter Milan. Ayo, and I'll remind you, I am still shocked that Mkhitaryan is still playing at that level. I cannot stand that guy. But
Maybe
anyway,
it's not as bad as I think.
it's still a starting
He's
11
still
at times.
delivering, he's still scoring, still assisting. So I mean,
Exactly.
he still has an impact.
Yeah.
It's not about results. If he's delivering, he keeps playing.
Let
Why don't you
me ask.
buy players? You have money. Why don't you buy?
They just might. Oh wait, he doesn't have dreadlocks. So let me ask you guys.
Not a
Let me ask you guys. What do you think is where we might see an upset in this round? What's the surprise fixture? All right. As Charles mentioned, right, we have some big names on paper. But when it comes to the pitch, we sometimes see surprises. Which of these fixtures do you think we might maybe see an upset?
Who goes first?
I could go.
Charles?
Okay. Charles, let's go.
I'll say the two I already mentioned earlier. Porto Arsenal, PSV, Dortmund. I said
This guy is just an hater. I knew it since morning.
No,
I knew that was. No, go ahead. You're free to say your mind. Go ahead.
You asked a question, I'm giving an answer.
Give me an
Go
answer.
ahead.
Okay, so who do you expect to win in those fixtures? Where's the surprise coming from?
In all honesty,
What is it?
I need you to clarify.
Okay, I'm clarifying that where we can see an upset. PSV Dortmund is my first pick. Now,
so who do you see winning the fixture?
I'm sorry?
Who do you see winning the fixture?
PSV. That's the upset.
Okay.
PSV.
Okay.
Now, because I said Porto Arsenal just as PSV Dortmund is unpredictable, if an upset, another upset was to happen, I think it could be there. Porto can beat Arsenal. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, that's fair. Biodo, what's your own take?
So number one, Charles. Anyone can beat anyone.
Don't take. Leave Charles alone.
Charles, anyone can beat anyone. So that's not the point that we make. Anyone can beat anyone, right? Okay. So let's get that out of the way. So fine. I don't think, again, I'm gonna push back and I'm waiting for that game, and I think I'm gonna be right on this one. Stop treating PSV Dortmund as PSV winning being what's the word again? What's the word? Upset. No. So let me tell you this. PSV is one of the teams that has won all their league games. They are yet to lose a match. Same as Bayer Leverkusen. The only games that PSV came from Champions League and other competitions, they have won all their 16 games in the Dutch league. So that is not a weak. No, let me finish my point. So PSV, let me finish my point.
Okay.
Okay. PSV is not a weak side. That's what I'm going to tell you. I would take PSV winning that leg, winning the fixture. So if I should go down through this thing, I don't expect an upset between Porto Arsenal game. I think Arsenal will go through. PSG against Sociedad. I think it's Sociedad.
Oh.
Right? And I'm calling that an upset. Okay. I think it's upset for some people because of the qualify, guys. They struggled. They couldn't even win that game. They drew it. They have been struggling. And now Dembele is out. So Dembele is out. So I think PSG will be given what they actually deserve, which is a knockout. Sociedad has been good and they are performing well. So I think they will go. PSV Dortmund, I think PSV will go through. Right? Again, Man City, I expect an upset. I think Man City will go through. Where I see an upset is Barcelona-Napoli. I think Napoli will upset Barcelona. I think so.
So that's the pick I had as well. But then I started thinking, is Napoli beating Barcelona at this point in time really truly an upset?
Thank you.
Current form of Napoli, yes.
Nah.
Okay. Okay.
Napoli are the defending champions of the
Yeah, because Napoli are the winners, right? They
Same as
won
Barcelona.
the Serie
Same
A
as
last
Barcelona.
season. That is
Barcelona.
true. That
Barcelona
is
were
true.
second in their group, FYI.
No. They won the league.
Yeah, but they won the Spanish La
I
Liga
know.
last season, so that's fair. It's winner of La Liga versus winner of Serie A from last season. That's actually fair.
So I feel like you said, Napoli, Barca, in my opinion, almost. Now here's the thing. I was going to say something. Okay, you didn't need to tackle my PSV and Borussia Dortmund. I asked the question, I gave an answer. Our opinions with FIFA. You didn't even need to tackle because I'm not even going to tackle your PSG Sociedad because that is.
No. I just realized you've called them out as if they are pushovers, and I just wanted again. I don't know what will happen, right? I just wanted to call out their records.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Are you calling Sociedad pushovers by saying it could be an upset if they beat PSG?
No. I said that will go through. That's what I said.
So the point is, the question was, when do you see an upset can happen? Me personally, PSG beating Dortmund is an upset because I believe Dortmund is stronger than PSG. Never said PSG is a walkover. Never said they're a pushover, whatever phrase you use. But compared to Dortmund, I think Dortmund should beat them. But if they beat Dortmund, in my opinion, that would be classified as an upset. Napoli, Barca, on the other hand, they are both champions of their leagues last season. Barca was never in the Champions League last season. So I personally think those guys are almost even. And historically, Barca is a Champions League legend. So that's where I'm trying to gauge the meaning of upsets. Now, Copenhagen, Man City, we all know that will be an upset if Copenhagen wins. So I'm just saying, my opinion of PSG Dortmund, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Just depending on opinion. But go ahead,
Yeah, no, I was just
to
going to say, I think he's
that
yeah.
I think Leipzig beating Real Madrid would be an upset.
But what will it happen? Is there even a chance?
I mean, they are injured. So Alaba just got injured yesterday. Alaba is out.
That's true.
So think about it. Alaba is out. We don't know what will happen between now and February. Like I said, if Jude Bellingham should get injured, then that's it. They have no striker. They've been playing a different formation. They've been playing a formation that suits Jude Bellingham. Take Bellingham out of that team, they are going to struggle to create goals. I don't know when Vinicius Junior will be back. So if it happens that they don't have a squad that can step up, Leipzig might create an upset. It's an upset. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it could happen.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, so for those who are not aware, David Alaba tore his ACL yesterday, and he's supposed to be out for 6 months at least. I don't think we might see him again this season. So they've lost both Alaba and Eder Militao, which is their first choice centre backs. Ancelotti was talking about maybe having to play Tchouaméni, who we know is a midfielder, as a centre back for them going forward, and that's probably till the end of the season. We know Courtois is, also tore his ACL earlier, so they're experiencing injuries to key players in their defense. So that's where Madrid might struggle. And as you called out, Biodo, honestly, if Bellingham has an injury at any point, that's their biggest goal scoring threat so far this season.
And I think Kepa is also injured, right? So I think they're using their third goalkeeper right now.
Oh, is Kepa out as well?
Yeah, the last time Kepa was in there, so I think they're using their third goalkeeper. So,
wow.
Yeah, they have a lot of injuries. Now that would be a real upset if Leipzig, regardless of injuries, if Leipzig can knock them out, now that's a real upset.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a guy that I would personally like at Arsenal, that Sesko. I don't know if you guys know Sesko, their striker.
Yeah. German products, German strikers, I'll stay away.
Yeah? Is that
yeah. Chelsea.
Based on what has happened? But it's funny because I'm just going to digress real quick. I remember I don't remember who it was when I came to Chelsea. And I'm like, Chelsea just have a history of destroying strikers. Besides Drogba, if you think of all the strikers that have gone to Chelsea, big names, they always struggle. I don't know what it is about Chelsea.
What big name struggled in Chelsea?
Shevchenko,
Well, during
Fernando
Drogba.
Torres,
I'm talking about after Drogba. Well,
Fernando Torres. I mean, just think of any striker you've had.
no, I see your point, but what's that got to do with Timo Werner?
That's that because Werner was a big name in Germany.
Well, I don't think the signing of Timo Werner,
He was Germany's leading striker.
but Timo Werner's failure in Chelsea, I don't think it was about Chelsea. It was more about Werner and the league. Some players aren't just cut off for the league, for the EPL. Now, players like, say, Lukaku, whatever happened with him in Chelsea. You mentioned Shevchenko, for instance.
Lukaku is another one.
They could have succeeded, but didn't succeed. I mean, if Drogba succeeded, Costa came and succeeded after Drogba. I think, I know Chelsea has a history with strikers, but some of them, I don't think it's about Chelsea. I think it's about the player himself. Torres, for example, was already come back from an injury and kind of.
Charles, that's not true. Torres left, he regained his form. Morata is still playing for Spain. So we have examples of players that left and they regained their form. Even
Werner is back scoring now. Yeah, Werner is back scoring now.
My point.
Lukaku left and started scoring again. So I think your argument about the player, I don't think that's valid.
No, I'm telling you, some were not cut out for the league. And it's not what about strikers. When Chelsea signed Jorginho, I said it from day one. Jorginho should go out to Italian league because I don't think he's cut off for the EPL. Where is he now? Still in the EPL, but still struggling. Same for Morata.
No. Jorginho is not struggling. No. Actually, Jorginho is not struggling. Jorginho is doing okay at Arsenal, and every time he deputizes, he does well.
Okay.
What about that? What about Kai Havertz? What about Kai Havertz?
Kai Havertz is not a striker, FYI.
How many goals did he score for you? How many goals did he score for Chelsea?
So here's the thing: Chelsea has not had the best history with strikers. I agree, but that statement Chelsea destroys strikers. There's an issue there. But we're talking about Champions League, so let's not make it about Chelsea. Let's get back to the Champions League.
Like I said, I was just digressing. Okay, let's go back to
Bayern.
Champions.
Bayern Lazio. What do you think, Ayo?
I don't think there will be an upset. And I will say this because
it's not even about there being an upset. There's no chance of an upset, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'll tell you the reason why. Not that I'm overconfident, but here's my reason. Bayern steps up when they need to step up. So don't be deceived by some performances. When Bayern knows that they need to get a job done, they are very matured and they know how to get the job done. That's how they play. That's how they carry themselves. Also, I think their target for this season, Bayern's target for this season is Champions League. Yeah. So if Bayern should go out, it's not going to be a round of 16.
It's actually,
they might go out in quarterfinal or semi-final. And I think you pick them as favorite, right? Yeah. You pick them as winners, Charles. So I don't expect that. Yeah, exactly. Spending 100 million on that.
Yeah.
So I guess we kind of talked about everybody, back on Napoli, everyone. Even Man City Copenhagen, like I said, do we really need to say much about this? But Biodi, you said something at the beginning, or maybe not at the beginning, at some point. But you said you don't want us to go over the 8 teams that you think qualify. But I think we should. I think we should all run through what 8 teams we think will qualify.
I think already you have a way of bringing things back around and hooking us.
It's easy. That's what
I'm not afraid of that question. I might be afraid of other question, but that's not the question that I need to evade.
What question are you afraid of, Yoda?
I don't know. Don't start.
Tell me, I dare you. All right, so Ayo, let's start with you. Give us the 8 teams that you think will go through.
All right.
What prediction? Don't need to move and analyze. Just throw out the 8 names.
Yeah, no analysis. I'll start with the ones where I'm sure of. Arsenal Porto. Arsenal wins that tie.
Mm-hmm.
Napoli Barca. I pick Napoli to win that tie. Inter Atletico. I'm gonna go Inter. The Bayern one is no contest. It's Bayern for sure. Um, Now the others start to get tricky.
Yeah.
Madrid, if there are no more injuries to their team, and if they can, because I mean, if you lose your center back pairing, that's a big change. I mean, think about what would happen to Arsenal if they were to leave Saliba and Gabriel at the same time. I think that's a big change. So if they can figure out that defense, I think Real Madrid should be fine. Copenhagen will pose a threat. I think City might find that Copenhagen is not a walkover, but I think they might maybe be surprised in that first leg, and then in the second leg they will clean them out. So City to go through in that one. PSV Dortmund. I just might go PSV. Dortmund plays exciting football. They have a lot of young kids, but PSV is just indomitable at the moment. Something about that team.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick PSV now. PSG Sociedad. I'll go PSG. I want to hope that that they don't go out at the round of six. I hope they've learned something from the past 5-6 years, and that
Yep.
they make it through this time. For
Okay.
Mbappe's sake, but Mbappe is not. They will probably live out in the quarterfinals, and I hope Mbappe. If you're watching, please come over to Arsenal. Help us.
Oh, please.
Help us dominate the league
Wait,
because we need you,
Arsenal,
man.
Napoli, Inter, PSG, PSV, Bayern, Real, City. Jordan, what do you think?
Wait, did you say Napoli? You said Napoli, right?
I said Napoli, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So Ayo had PSG, right? And
Yes.
okay. So I kind of have same. Did you pick Inter Milan right over
Yeah, I
Atletico?
picked Inter over Atletico.
So I have everything that he has except PSG. I chose Sociedad.
Oh.
I chose
So you,
Sociedad, and I'll say one thing: if I missed any, it's gonna be the PSV against Dortmund. Can be surprising, but I'm giving it to PSV for now.
Yeah.
But Dortmund can come back and surprise. So yeah. So other than that, I picked Sociedad. I all picked PSG.
who is the coach of PSV?
What did you say?
The coach of PSV. V as in Victor.
Uh,
V.
I'm sorry?
I don't remember his name. Hold on.
Okay. And Xabi Alonso, what team is he
It's
coaching?
Peter Bosch.
Peter Bosch, okay.
Yeah.
Xabi Alonso's team is in the Europa League.
No,
So for a minute, I almost spotted them. Anyways, so I'll go for my prediction.
Leverkusen, yeah.
I'll save the best for last.
Do we allow people that are not in the Champions League to predict? Or I'm not sure how this works.
Because it's part of the crew.
At least it
He has a
out.
privilege because it's part of the crew. That's the only privilege he has.
Okay,
But
that's
again, we all know it's gonna be an 8 speech. So you can spill your 8 speech. Go ahead.
Last, don't worry. But what's just that though? I actually agree on most. I agree with Napoli going through. Actually, I take that back. I thought I agreed, but I'm thinking about it now. And Biodu kept making a statement which I'm trying to tag on. We are till February. We don't know what can happen between now and February. So I'm going to give it to Barca. Because I think Xavi may fix some things between now and February. I know they're having their issues in the local league also. So I'll go Barca, PSG, Inter. I'm going to go Borussia Dortmund over PSV. Bayern, Real, Man City. Now for Porto Arsenal, you know, like
This guy's an idiot.
drum roll. Porto Arsenal.
This guy's an idiot. I knew he left that for a pause. So yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, best for last. That game is the
I think it's the most difficult one.
most difficult one.
Imagine.
I've been struggling with it, but I finally decided I'll let you guys have this one. Arsenal will win.
You let us have it. We're not having it. We're taking it by force.
And I said,
Are you expecting a thank you? Are you expecting a thank you?
Thank me after Arsenal wins. The Arsenal will be kicked out of the quarterfinal. That's my prediction. I'm even going a step further. But yeah, I think Dortmund will handle PSG. I know it could be tricky, but I think Dortmund will handle PSG. That's just my. And as for Real Madrid, regardless of what injuries they have, I think Ancelotti will find a way to figure
We'll
things out.
figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, where we disagree is the Barca Napoli part. You guys think Napoli will win? Yeah. I mean, it's easier to either way. It's easy to pick it up with the two of them, but I think Xavi may figure something out between now and February. I think Barca will take it.
Let's talk about that real quick. How do you guys rate Xavi as a manager?
Say that again.
Sorry, what's that question again?
How do you guys rate Xavi as a manager?
I want to say it's too soon to be rating him.
Is it?
No, this is
I
the
don't
second
think.
season.
I don't think it's too soon.
Okay, maybe not.
This is the second.
If you win the league while Ancelotti is a coach, I'm giving you props. And see, Barca's problem is even worse than, in my opinion, even worse than Man U's problem. People say Man U's problem is internal. There's so many things going on. Even worse than Chelsea's problem, because Chelsea we have our issues too. The board, ridiculous, whatever they're spending. Chelsea has too much money. Barca doesn't have money. I think that's opposite problems, anyways. Barca has so many problems. Someone once said something. I think it was the owner of or the CEO of Bayern when Barca was trying to get Lewandowski for a year or 2 years ago. He said, "Why would Lewandowski go to a club that would not be playing Champions League that may not exist in the next 5 years?" So Barca has some serious financial problems that is, I guess, eating into their football. That's why they have so many players on loan here and there. So Xavi as a coach to manage that team with the issues they have and win the league, I give him props for that.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, this is his third season, by the way. He took over in November of 21, so this is his third season.
But it's the second full season, right?
Yeah, second full season. Second. I mean, but he took over in November. You have more than half the season.
The truth is, he has won the league. So
he has won the league, but they did it. They did it buying the best players in the world, in my opinion.
It's not easy to win the league.
Still not easy. It's still not easy. Fair.
He won the league and brought Barca back to the Champions League. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Let's see how he does against Napoli.
I think he's good enough. He's good enough to be in an elite club. Maybe he leaves Barca tomorrow. Maybe he gets a Newcastle, a Man U, But my point is, for him to win the league with the issues Barca is having, I think it's good enough. Now, of course, when I said too early to call, we need time to cement how good he is. If he's going to be good or great, he's going to switch.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay. Is it too early to take predictions for the Champions League itself? I know, Charles, you've said Bayern.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys better join me. I keep telling you, I predicted.
Are you still sticking with Bayern?
Am I sticking with Bayern?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I said you guys should join me. I predicted Argentina to win the World Cup and it happened right from day one. I predicted Bayern.
All these Chelsea people, they won't let the history rest. We know you predicted Argentina.
For a reason, we can't just let it rest. We have to keep going back to it. Go ahead, But what do you think is going to win Champions League?
I don't know.
Pick anyone but Arsenal. Who would you pick?
I don't know. Ask me again. I don't know.
I don't know. It's not common. If you could pick anyone, because we know you're going to pick Arsenal, so let's just sway it.
I really
anyone,
don't know.
Who would you pick?
I don't know.
He has given us the theory answer. Straight face. I don't know.
I don't know. It's not an
because there's and as Terry will say, there's so many factors.
Oh my God!
I can't say.
Jordan, as you said to Ola the other day, loves Liverpool. You said he doesn't have to be right. He just has to predict something. I don't know. It's not an option.
You can try your styles and skills tonight. I don't have an answer for you on that. Thank you. Ask me again.
All right, guys. Awesome. Let's see, Charles. Just know if we come back and Arsenal handles Porto clearly, I will tackle you. That's my motto now. I will tackle you. I will tackle you because the way you say that fixture, if Porto is no challenge, if we win this round like 7-2 on aggregate, I will tackle you.
Let's just be careful because people like Charles now, they are making the fixture looking unpredictable.
I don't started thinking again like Porto, like
I don't know.
Maybe I need to go and watch Porto again. Maybe there's something I didn't see about it.
Following the fixture now.
The fact that we can even pick a winner. Anyways, what do you think? Do you think we win?
I don't have an option to. There's so many great teams, Let's just enjoy the Champions League.
Going on,
just enjoy
the round of 16. Let's just enjoy it. My club is there.
We understand that you don't feel it because you're not part of it.
Yeah, my club is there. I just want to enjoy it. I'm looking forward to this fixture, this Porto match. I just want to enjoy it. I love watching my boys play these days. I like when we dominate games and we actually win. I just want to enjoy our football.
Let it be known I created Arsenal will beat Porto. So if Porto beats Arsenal, if Arsenal beats Porto, as I predicted, don't come back and say Charles said blah blah blah. No, I predicted Arsenal will win. We all agreed on that. Now if Porto wins,
what was the word he used again, Jordan, please? There was a word. Was it?
Said it looks so very. I don't know. I can't even remember.
Unpredictable. That was the word. It says unpredictable.
But, I thought about it, and finally, can you imagine?
Oh my god.
All right, guys.
Oh god.
Enough fooling around. Thanks for coming on as always, guys, and for sticking with our chat. Catch you guys on the next one. We have the round of 18. As you guys will remind me, match week 18 for the Premier League coming up. We'll have another recording for you for the weekend. Thanks, guys.
And we also have the follow-up of the Liverpool Man U recording. We need to bring back.
Lobsy must come back. Liverpool faces Arsenal this weekend. Let's see if he's confident going.
Yeah, we're gonna have him back.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks for joining.